The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is a novel written by Mark Twain and published in 1884. The novel is set in the antebellum South and follows the adventures of a young boy named Huckleberry Finn and a runaway slave named Jim as they travel down the Mississippi River. The novel begins with Huck Finn, who is a wild and unruly boy, being taken in by the widow Douglas and her sister, Miss Watson, who are determined to civilize him. Huck is unhappy with the constraints of civilized life and soon runs away from the widow's house, faking his own death in order to escape. Huck then meets Jim, who is a runaway slave, and the two of them set off down the Mississippi River on a raft. Along the way, they encounter a number of interesting characters, including a pair of con artists who tried to trick Jim and Huck out of their money, and a wealthy old man named Colonel Grangerford who is involved in a feud with another family. As Huck and Jim travel down the river, Huck grapples with the moral dilemma of whether to help Jim escape to freedom or turn him in and collect the reward. In the end, Huck decides to help Jim, even though it goes against the laws and social norms of the time. The novel explores a number of themes, including the corruption of society, the nature of freedom, and the concept of morality. Twain uses motifs such as the river and the conflict between civilization and nature to explore these themes. Symbolically, the Mississippi River represents the path to freedom for Jim, and the journey down the river represents Huck's own moral growth and awakening. The conflict between the Grangerfords and the Shepherdsons is also symbolic, as it represents the larger conflict between the North and the South during the Civil War. Overall, the tone of the novel is satirical and humorous, but it also contains serious elements, particularly in its exploration of the moral issues surrounding slavery.